So, I mean, you've seen these walls here, with some cacti, and if you have to transport them regularly, it might be nice to
Wait, whoa.
have a minecart.
Hold on, how'd you do that?
Just by pressing a button.
I know, is there a
There's
slanted
a bunch of
rail?
minecarts stored below. Yeah, there's a rail below this block, and
Gotcha.
shoot them off. And once it's filled...
It's an activator rail below.
Is it... Do you need translocation for that, or does it just go through the block?
Just for the, let's say, storage for the minecarts, but that could be done without.
Oh, cool.
So, at this point, we just send it off.
That's so cool with the...
these slabs, because there's rails below.
Right.
Which is a nice little trick.
Wait, you don't need soul sand for this, though?
No, slabs work as well. Anything that's not a full block.
I did not know that. So right below the slab, you've got a rail.
Yep.
That is a very
Basically
cool
makes
trick.
the minecart snap.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fill them up.
You only got one rail showing. That's really cool. Yeah. That's so
we
cool.
just send them off. Maybe Mango can
Sorry,
fill
so
up the rest.
can you just say
I think 2 are enough.
what does pushing this? What's the purpose of pushing this button?
You get a
just
new minecart.
One minecart off and get a new one.
And then you manually fill it.
Yeah.
I see.
It just would take too long to fill up chest minecarts. Hopper
Right.
minecarts can suck by themselves, but chest minecarts you would have to fill up with normal hoppers.
Mm-hmm.
And the maximum we can point into one is probably something like 6 or so.
Mm-hmm. So
and
you've
then it
got
will get quite complex.
you fill it up with cacti, and then they go into to be smelted.
Actually, they are going on a trip first.
Oh, they're going on a trip.
So
You treat your cacti well.
yeah,
Cacti
we have
rights.
a little station here. Maybe someone can fill up one more chest minecart. Just
Should
so
be
we can
one
see
more
them
coming.
coming out here.
Oh.
Now we can see it. It's riding up here.
And did that guy just? Oh, I guess he came from below. Okay.
Yeah, it came from below.
So
Rides up
does
this
that
rail.
slab trick work even when it's going from up?
No.
So
It's just a slanted rail that
oh,
basically goes through a block then.
Right.
So yeah, it goes up here, and
Oh.
well, you might ask why there's a tripwire there.
Yeah. Why is there a tripwire there?
Because we have different slots here. So maybe someone can stand in the tripwire for a second. Up. And this rail turns over.
Ah.
So just the first rail here. Up. Yeah. You see it?
Mhm.
So that basically detects if a player is riding in here, because the player will always go in the first slot.
Now, why would a player
Okay,
be
so-
writing this?
Because we need a chunk loader. And we just use a player here.
A chunk
And all the
loader
other ones-
for what?
Well, let's say the rail here is a bit longer.
Where-
Then we could
For the
go
minecart
directly.
to travel.
So yeah, and the other slots back here, basically they get filled up with one chest minecart each. So we can put up to 8 chest minecarts in here. And the station automatically builds a train out of them.
The station automatically builds a train out of them. Can
So,
we demonstrate
basically,
that?
Sure.
I could go and fill chest cards.
Oh yeah.
No,
Maybe
no,
fill
no.
one more. Do we have one more?
Don't send any more. Would
Well, we
take too long to
could-
get back.
Yeah, we don't have to smelt everything.
Okay, so where did
anyway,
that
so
first
they-
one go? The second
Mhm.
slot?
It just goes in here. Like the first one goes directly up here.
Uh-huh.
So this rail would have been turned around, so it would go to the hill.
And then how do we
Second one
detect that that one is full?
Went up here. There's a detector rail on top. So
Okay.
they just rest on a detector rail.
Mhm.
And as you can see, this one here is now curved differently than the previous ones. So we have
Right,
3
because it's
rails.
the next one. Okay.
So we have 3 rails where there are already minecarts in, and the 4th one would be the next slot to be filled. And then once a player rides in, that's something we can actually test by heading down again.
So this system has a downside that only one player can use it at once. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
made for
that's-
one player,
Yeah.
which is a bit of a shame. Okay, I'll just ride it and see it from on top what's happening. Because this is now pretty cool. So, now in the slot,
Oh, hold on. I'm
you can
coming.
see the lights turning on one after another, and
Ah,
gets shut off.
I missed it a little bit, but I think I saw it. Yeah. So
And
you
then
go
it's just
through the
on
thing.
translocator line,
So you go through the
which
thing.
leads quite a bit off.
After the player goes through, that automatically releases the train, right?
Exactly. It
Oh,
basically
now I get the
creates a
chunk
launch
loader.
sequence, which is not really needed.
So you've got. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
So basically it has a small launch sequence which looks quite nice, I think. And with all the sounds you heard, like this constantly getting higher pitched. But this is basically just for the fun of it. And yeah, then it sends everything off.
And the purpose of having the player at the end is so because you need to load the chunks that the train's going along, so you're picking up the end of it. I
You
get
could
it.
also ride it. So we
Yeah.
sent in one
Just
more
hop in the
minecart, and if you head down,
Hold on,
just need to jump in this minecart here.
I'm coming
There's also a string to detect the player, so just jump in there.
in here. Okay. Whoop!
It's a
Ah!
nice hands-free
Great.
system.
No.
So
Where
we're
are you? We have
waiting.
to head back
No,
down
no, no.
again.
Just go down the stairs and jump in the minecart. Downstairs.
Downstairs.
What's up?
Hold on. I'm
Downstairs
stuck.
there's a minecart waiting for you.
Follow me.
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, I'm coming.
And while we're waiting here, writing, I'll just explain for my viewers what's happening here. So, yeah, as I mentioned, there's a detector rail in each of these slots, and what's happening is basically this piston here retracts, or these pistons retract these iron bars, so the way is, the path is open, and well, this kind of relies on translocation still. So when this rail is being pushed, there's a minecart on top of it, of course, and so the minecart gets set in front of the rail, so it basically gets set into this slot here and just drops down on the next activator rail.
You're talking about the translocator.
Exactly. Well, about the launch station,
Oh yeah.
and sets it onto the translocator. And yeah, I mean the same thing happens with the player, and everything's delayed a bit, so things don't clump up too much. And yeah, this up here is all the redstone that does this launch sequence, which is mostly for the fun of it.
I can't see what you're pointing to, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was just pointing out for my viewers while you were riding.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I hope you had a nice trip.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. So where did we? What's the point of going out there? What happens to those minecarts?
Well, they get separated here, so again with a string we detect if it's a player minecart or not.
Oh wait, we're in a different place. Oh sorry, we're in a different place.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we just made a big
Exactly.
loop. Okay, we're in a different place.
Nope.
Gotcha.
It's a different place, and this is actually at our big furnace array.
Oh.
So since this was fairly close by, I mean just like 1.5 kilometers or so, we decided to go through the overworld and just come here. So we separate the chest minecarts, which go up here, from the player, who goes just up here.
This is the player path, yeah.
So we just arrive here, and now we have these two nice slots here. So once we press a button in here, we get a minecart.
Neat.
Yep. So there's a small minecart dispenser source there, and if you take a look inside,
Yeah.
we got the cacti.
Oh, and this
So-
is the minecart that came from the.
Exactly.
Ah, okay.
So it just gets stored in this little system. We can then put it in the furnace array here. So
And
again,
this
there's
is-
a distribution system below.
This is you manually
and
fill that,
It's
right?
yeah, we have to transfer that manually. We don't use it too often, and it would be difficult to include it with the system here.
Mm-hmm. What's this
So-
one?
We'll see that in a second.
Okay, so you
once we take out
fill up the
everything
minecarts
from this minecart,
from the cacti farm. You bring it over here
them
for
over
chunk
here.
loading. You press a button. You get the minecart back. Fill it up. Put it in.
well, actually, we empty it first.
I
So
mean,
on this side,
I
we
meant
empty
empty.
it.
Yeah.
And do you see something? Ah, it was gone. Yeah, these stations are actually quite comfortable. So we only have to press the button once for the first one. See a minecart. It automatically gets sent off, and a new one is dispensed.
What, the minecart? It detects when it's empty?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, very cool.
So you can just try to, let me just take out some stuff and
Can I
then
go
just
in,
take out the rest.
can I go
Yeah,
in
sure.
spectator mode and see the redstone for that?
Sure. Mango can do that. While you're in there, I will just empty the minecart.
Okay. Oh, I see
I
it
can
now.
grab it.
Let's see.
And
What?
Oops.
That's awesome.
okay, for me it glitched a bit, but now there's a new minecart, and we'll just dump everything
How do these?
into our furnace.
How do you ensure that only one gets gets pushed into here?
That's actually a nice thing about translocation. When it was still working, that you could make these super easy minecart dispensers.
Oh, it
So they just
automatically
work on
only.
their own. They
only
automatically
does
only
one.
dispensed one, which was
Oh,
pretty cool.
neat.
So it's a shame to lose this feature.
Oh man, yeah, really does. And only now I'm learning. It's even more of a shame than I originally thought.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
really a shame.
No. All right.
But at some point, first the cacti are smelted, and we have the cactus green, which currently arrives in the chest above our head here.
Above your head.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
this is our normal large furnace array. We've already shown that in a tour, I think. So we take stuff out of here.
Hold on. I'm got a bad connection. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, with the second station, press a button once for the first minecart, and fill it back up with the cactus dye. So you should definitely look in this chest here because it's quite impressive how quickly stuff is filled in.
Ooh, wow. And
Oh yeah.
are you taking it out as we speak here?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
Yeah, okay.
taking it out because now when we fill up this minecart here,
Where?
I'll make it full. No, still need a
Okay,
bit more.
the second slot. Okay.
Exactly. Then let's wait for a little more. Okay, that should be sufficient.
I assume this one
Well,
detects when it's full.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it gets pushed off, and we have a new one, which is empty. So basically, once we empty a minecart over here, it gets sent over to the other place. And
It gets sent
stored there
over.
until we fill it.
You mean to the second slot here?
Exactly, and
And you fill it with the
first
cactus
on
green.
a sort of dispenser for the second slot, and then it gets put in here. We fill it up with the cactus dye, and once we send it off here, either by pressing the button or just filling it up completely, guess what happens?
It dispenses a
It
new
goes
one.
back into the station. Yeah, well, we get a new one, but the minecart that's filled up then gets dispensed, or sorry, gets prepared for the launch again. So it just goes down here.
Why would it need to be launched again? Doesn't it? Isn't it full of green?
Well, we have to go back, right?
Oh, we
Because-
have to go back. Oh, because you're
And we
storing
bring
the
it back to
green.
the flower farm.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay, so so it's very easy to just, rather than building a whole new furnace array, right? You just
Yep, we just bring it over.
you
use
just
it
do
here,
something
and
1,000 times more complicated, right? Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
There. And I mean, here's the sort of player way to get out. It's a bit squeezed in. But in principle, it comes from this rail. Like it just
Wow.
merges with the player rail. And then gets split up again into the different slots. So this is
That's
the same launch
awesome.
station.
Is this
It's the same station as we had before on the other side.
is there a video on this one? This station here?
No, I don't think so.
I'd love to
think I
see
showed
one
it
of
at some
those
point.
because I would like to take a.
So the problem is also
Probably
the
not
station.
gonna happen. It's outdated.
Yeah, the
It's
station also
outdated.
needs a bit of translocation, like to push you off here, which is a shame.
Well,
So
I
if
mean, the
translocation
part
comes
that
back-
the part that I'm really interested in is not the launch itself. It's the sorting.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
pretty easy. There's not too much to do with it, and
Right.
yeah, if
right.
there's an interest in just having these slots, then I can definitely
Yeah.
do something
So
on that.
for those of you who don't know, when you send a minecart chest through, right, it does not activate the tripwire. But if you send a player on a minecart through, the hitbox is higher and it does activate. So that's how
Exactly.
they detect whether it's a player or not.
Oh, and we just had a chest here. Methods can just
Ow.
move out of the way.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a chest minecart behind you.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, as you've seen, this one goes by one of the slots further back, and yeah, gets sorted in here.
Huh.
And with that, I think we should head back. So some people might take the train again.
The
Yeah,
thing,
Ragul
maybe-
just tried it back.
yeah, the thing
Richard,
that
do
I
you want
really
to take it back?
yeah.
So you
No,
can see
Ragul
the
should.
chests.
Because I would recommend once you're back, immediately go in spectator mode and look what happens with the minecart. Because it's a little bit
Oh,
different on
right.
the other side.
That might be worth it.
Yeah,
So
you guys
can-
could
what-
go spectate Regu then, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can just spectate
Okay.
me, so
All right.
we'll see the same. Yeah, so this is just something we do for the recording here.
I
Basically,
completely forgot about this feature.
because we can only use one player in this system. It's not really recording friendly. But yeah,
That's awesome.
we take off with the chest minecarts. As you can see, everything's riding nicely behind each other. bit of a lag spike.
The thing
And just
that I'm
going
really
through
interested
tunnel.
in about the minecart thing there is the fact that I don't know, it's so cool to see, really compact, tileable designs. The separation of the minecarts into the train. That's the part that I'm most interested in.
Yeah, that one actually took just a few minutes to design, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
nothing
nice and simple, but
Yep.
often the simplest things can be the most useful.
And let's head down here. So, yeah, the minecarts end up here on another rail where they get stacked, and they get shot out one after another. And we detect if they have some contents, or if they are empty, so we can separate the player minecarts from the
cool.
chest minecarts. So they need to have at least some content in themselves. But as long as there's something in them, they go a different route where they get emptied. So the default route here is going into a cactus, which we just do for player minecarts, because otherwise we would have to craft them again into chest minecarts.
What's the purpose of the activator rail at right next to the comparator?
Next to the comparator?
Yeah.
There's no activator rail.
I'm sorry, I mean detector
the-
rail.
The detector rail. Oh, that's to read out the chest contents.
Yeah.
So if you have a detector
I didn't
rail,
realize you needed a
you need
detector
a
rail.
detector rail. So a
So-
detector rail with a comparator gives you a signal proportional to the content.
See, I thought
of
it was
a chest
just.
or hopper minecart.
I thought it was just the comparator. Gotcha.
Because a normal detector rail only gives you 15 or 0, like 15 if there's a minecart, 0 if not. And
Mhm.
with the comparator, you actually get an analog signal telling you how much is in the minecart.
Very nice. Yeah.
And yeah, so we split it up into player minecarts, which we just provide again for the player station, and the other stuff gets emptied with another unloading system. It's a
Yeah,
little
it
slower here.
automatically empties every minecart.
And we basically stock up on chest minecarts here again. So we store them down here, and yeah, this is just the rail we've seen before, where they come up.
Whoa! It's so cool. It all comes back together.
Yep.
So you never ever need to restock this thing.
Not really. I mean, if
It's-
something screws up and we lose a chest minecart,
Right,
we
but
might have placed it. Which happens
Theoretically,
every now and then,
it's
but
self-sufficient, other than loading
exactly.
and unloading
it's a closed
chests.
system, so no need to insert additional minecarts.
Very, very cool.
The only thing could go wrong if you send empty minecarts, so that's not intended.
Yeah. But that's a hit we had to take.
And
Yeah,
so
then
they go up here.
cactus screen gets stored
Oh, that's
on
amazing.
top of here again.
I really like how we managed to squeeze in the item elevator. So because like, if you look at
yeah,
it,
it's
it
kind
just
of in
looks
the
like
wall.
it's like this. Oh hey, there's not an array of chests, but you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
see the item elevator at all.
So
So-
item elevator, basically the blocks that prevent items from glitching out or keep them from trying to move to the side are the hoppers themselves and the outside wall of the building. So it's
That's awesome.
almost a one-wide elevator here,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
The one
And yeah, then it's just a water stream.
one good
almost
news
there.
about 111, is that it's much easier to build item elevators. They're slower, but it's easier,
Oh yeah.
and they're much more reliable.
Oh, those are 100%
Yeah, I mean those are
reliable
also
that we use
nicely
here.
reliable.
Right, but
They work really well.
I mean, they're not. I think 1 in 1,000 items, right, glitches out or something like that.
No,
I've never seen
Oh.
one glitch out.
Really?
We haven't seen any glitching out.
Is this
Yeah, it's really nice to use
is
them.
this TDL's design or Mango's design?
That's Mango's
it's based
design
on
that we're using.
Based on Ryan's design.
Ryan's design.
So it
yeah.
uses a trapdoor and the plate to detect incoming items.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty nice.
very nice.
But now we
Yeah.
also have the cactus screen.
Yeah, remember
and
when
in
we
some
were all
colors we have to get
panicking about
suddenly-
that? sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, what's the last color that we can actually boost?
well,
If
let's
we don't
one
get from
more.
another farm.
There's one more.
One more.
The
If
ink
you
sacs. Well, we get them
No.
from another farm.
if you put TIs back in as well, maybe.
Oh, right, brown dye. So we still need the cactus.
Cocoa.
The
cocoa
beans.
And
And those are just in the last building here.
follow us over here.
So we've
So-
seen this building before a little bit in the.
Yeah.
What's
So-
the
But
last
our
server
class-
time?
No, it's like,
No,
it's like
it was
3
3
ago or
three.
something.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of time ago because we had to squeeze in some others.
So
And
that's the glass
you
storage
might
here.
know this
It's a very
huge
striking
wall full of
design.
glass.
Striking colors. Sorry?
It's pretty large, the storage. So we have a bunch of glass here, and the same again on the top floor.
Do you
So in
guys
total,
do
about 3 million.
sand duplication?
Yep.
Yes, all
So
this
we showed this in
all
one
this glass
episode,
here.
this entire system, where we start from a sand duper and our nether farm, where we get some blaze rods to smelt everything.
Mhm.
Everything gets transported through the dimensions, including chunk loading, and everything gets melted in a furnace array near spawn, and then gets transported out here over something like 2,000 or 3,000 blocks.
Cool. So
While nobody's on the server.
Oh yeah, that's the nicest thing, because it
That's very
produces quite a
cool.
lot of lag, but we don't need anyone on the server.
So just to be clear, that this is separate from the cocoa beans are their own thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cocoa beans are just these 2 nano farms here. Well, nano in some sense. And they're actually pretty fast, so...
Wait, you can
we're
use
using
bone meal
logics.
on cocoa beans?
Yep.
My whole world has been turned upside down. How did I not know that?
Well, it's those small details that you hardly
Oh, how did I
pay
not know
attention
that?
to, right? Yeah,
Try
so
it
we
out
have
if
2
you want.
dispensers here, we just have to fill them manually.
So
Yeah,
you
so-
stand
And
here.
get
Regular
quite a lot of
can-
cocoa beans.
Awesome.
Oh, right.
The only reason we built 2 is for symmetry and
Symmetry, yeah.
fun, so you can farm cocoa beans together.
Wait. What's all this back here? Why all this?
We push the block you plant the cocoa bean on with a zero tick, so you can plant the next one right after.
So there's
So if
always
you
a block
didn't-
you can place the cocoa bean against. You don't have any block 36 in there. If you look closer, you hardly can see the block moving.
So if you didn't have this, if you just had a regular piston, what would happen?
Would be much slower.
It'd be much slower.
Like the
So
log
it's-
you're clicking on basically moves. You barely can see it, that fast is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty insane.
Is it moving out or in?
Back
It's
and
actually
forth.
shifting.
Back and forth.
I mean,
Left and right.
like, is it going away from the player or towards the player?
Left
Oh,
and
from left to right.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't even able to see that. Gotcha. That's cool. Nice design. So,
So,
can we take a look at the zero tick in there?
sure. I mean, you can see most of it from outside, but
Yeah,
take a
so
look
let's take a
inside.
look. So, you start by, first of all, how do you detect when the cocoa bean is full?
We
We
don't.
don't really need to detect it.
It happens
Just the,
with 2
yeah,
bone
with
meal.
2 bone meal, it happens pretty much always.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
always happens.
what's the what activates the machine?
A clock.
Okay. Oh, I see here. So you've got a clock going here. Here it is. You power this block. Powers this redstone. Goes through here. Is this a? That's a regular piston. I'm just trying to see. So the zero tick is happening. What's the purpose of these hoppers?
They provide a certain single strength, so they don't power the wrong piston.
Oh, I see. So I'm
The
just
end
trying to
can
see
end at
where
only
is
one.
the zero tick happening
It's with the slime block.
with the
which
slime
basically
block.
cuts off a wire.
It's cutting off a wire. I see. So in the same tick that this comparator is powering the iron block, which powers this thing, in the same tick, the slime block is cutting off the redstone.
Yep.
Exactly.
And
So it's
that's
a dual
sending a
edge
pulse,
generator. It happens if you push it forth, and
and when you pull it back because of the 2 comparators. Right. And so that gives a zero tick pulse to both of these pistons.
yep, they alternate. That's why we need the single strength.
They alternate. What do you mean?
So you have
I mean,
a
if you
single
would
strength,
Power
which is
both
only
pistons all the time, then only the blocks wouldn't move because always one piston would have priority. So
Right,
why
that's
they
what I was
alternate.
thinking. I was thinking how, because depending on the direction. So, the fact that you have these hoppers here, right? This one is going to give a little bit more signal than this one is, because there's more distance to go. I see.
Yep.
That's very cool.
Depending on which one we
Cool.
take to activate the corresponding piston.
0 ticks are very interesting to me. Alright, cool.
And when all comes together, and I mean, this is why we sort of combined these two things. So we have the 3 million glass storage here, where all the glass that gets smelted near spawn and transport here gets stored. And yeah, I mean, I ended that episode pretty much facing just this wall, and turning around, you can see even more chests, now with all the different colored glass variants.
Does this get automatically sorted?
No. We just sorted in manually because we essentially crafted here.
What's with the piston here?
So if you
To stand on.
stand
So
on,
here at the end we have this switch, so you could reach the chests at the top.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little detail, so it's easier to reach
Yeah.
the ones at the very top. And yeah,
What's
With all
with
the
the what's the sign up there?
fine.
I think we've got removed it.
Oh,
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
you never thought it.
Yeah.
There's
Alright,
no sign
cool.
here.
Yeah, so it took quite some time to craft all this glass, but
I bet.
now we have these 3 times. How many are there? 8, so 24 double chests of each, Color.
What? Oh my god.
which is a little bit, but once you need stained glass for a project, you usually need a large quantity of one color, or maybe 2, and yeah, then it's just nice to have everything ready, and we
Yeah.
can just craft it in bulk.
Have you shown the sand duplicator yet?
Yep, we have an episode on the whole glass production. So until the glass ends up here in the storage,
Ragu, you have one?
that's yeah. There's one
Yeah.
pretty long episode showing everything.
I need to catch up on your series. A little behind. A lot behind.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
Neat.
I think with that we've shown everything here around our flower farms.
So how long did this whole area take? How long ago did you start it?
Ooh, that's hard to tell. I mean, we finished it quite some time ago, but I think we've been building on it for, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Wow.
Definitely.
It's hard to tell because there were always some small details we added, and someone felt like, oh, maybe let's add a bit more decoration and some flowers and whatnot. So
Nice.
yeah, it took quite some time until everything was in the state it's now. But we had a lot of fun building it, actually.
Yeah.
It's really enjoyable.
I really like
And
the
for once,
tunnel
something
here.
different.
Tunnel is the best part.
The tunnel to nowhere.
It just goes
Okay.
around the corner.
I mean,
to
the
have
street
the
has to come
impression-
from somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
so you have the
So-
impression it comes from somewhere, but it just ends.
This thing, but
It just
so
That's cool.
maybe because it's
Wait, what's
so
what's through
fitting.
here?
Nothing. There's nothing there.
Is
so
nothing.
fitting, let's
Yeah.
go to the end of the tunnel because we've
Goes
also
to-
reached the end of what we can show here. So
Is there something
kind
beyond
of
there?
fitting place to end everything. No.
I
There's
don't
not
believe
really.
you. I don't believe you. Why did you cover that up? There's something you're hiding from me.
No spoilers.
Okay, so let's wrap this up here. I think we had quite a long tour, but we also had quite a lot to show. So I hope you guys out there enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And of course, TRS, thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, thank you
On this
guys.
tour.
Had a lot of fun. I recommend checking out everybody's channel. Will be in the description. SciCraft information in the description. I'll try and link videos that were mentioned. These guys are the best of the best. This is the elite masters of technical Minecraft. So if you're into that sort of thing, this is where it's at. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining us. And with that, bye everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.